Hello, and welcome everyone. Woo! That was a lot. All right. Let me just turn that down a little bit. There we go. Hi! All right. So far, so good. We're streaming. We're recording. Our cameras are working. And I just jinxed us all. So, haha, I get the last laugh. Now, I am joined. I have our 4 players. However, I do want to give a thanks to our behind-the-scenes co-GM here. Let me just. There's Quingar. So shh, you see nothing. He's our man behind the scenes. He's going to be helping me as things may require some ad hoc something or tending to or whatever else. So yeah, we have 5, though you're going to see 4 who are going to be our main players. Now we're going to give this a go again tonight. As you may recall, we had some IRL technical issues. But you know what? I guess that just, it makes us hungrier for it. We want this, and, ain't no bugs gonna get us down. Yes, nothing has spontaneously combusted, Blood and Pavement. So, howdies to you all that are out there. I'm not gonna go over the complete list because we're already running a bit behind because there were issues before starting the stream that I was able to go through. Rest assured, I think after my spring break here coming up, the main source of those issues is going to no longer be used for broadcasting, so smooth sailing in the future. But you know what? Let's worry about the future when it happens. Tonight, we have, we're going to go in, we're going to go through our players here. I'm going to drop into our super duper secret chat, and hopefully the super duper secret chat can hear me.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Very good.
Good evening.
All right. I'm gonna handle everyone in order in which they appear on the screen.
We also don't see you.
Oh shoot. Yeah, I have a camera. I am. So to tell you all, I'm a little bit frazzled because of a lot of things that have been just. But it is showtime. It is a go. We're here to have some cyberpunk fun, to go through things and to get that going. Let's meet our characters. Let's start to my well, in this case, it is going to be to my well, whatever, my direction, your direction, however we're being viewed. Yeah, here we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, the combination here. Oh, with Crispy Bangs. We are now more powerful. Poke, poke, poke. Yeah. There we see everyone through cybernetics and everything. We have linked up. We've already communicated all of our plans together when we made connection. So we have Crispy Bangs joining us, and may I please have a shout out? Actually, do I have a? Is Raven here? I don't know if Raven's here. I might need to give the shout out. I am the shout out.
I know
all
she's
right.
been hanging out in Derek's chat.
Got it. Shout out to
Off and on.
Crispy Bangs, as well as a shout out to Crispy Bangs. Crispy, would you introduce yourself as yourself? Because we're going to meet your character in a little bit. So just who are you as a player, and what do you do here on Twitch?
I'm Crispy Bangs, and I'm going to be playing a lawman, obviously. I am a variety streamer. I do a little bit of everything. Video games, DJ sets, mini painting, pretty much a little bit of everything.
Depending on the mood.
Exactly.
Yes. And I highly recommend them all. Your DJ sets are very energetic, just themselves, but you usually go and you'll jam out in like a club in Final Fantasy 14 or some other place, and it's high energy. You know, a lot of people are dancing, and it's a whole lot of fun. So Let's move on to Fluffy Sheep. Fluffy's a veteran of broadcasting here through the Hero Zone. Hi.
He's deafened.
Oh, he is. Okay. Well, he has a magnificent beard and is a very good friend, as well as a sheep. And and if we're lucky, we're going to see the fluffer, the fluffy puppies. So he does not broadcast on Twitch, but of course he is a friend of the channel here. Let's move on to you, Coffee Cat. Let's give you a shout out as well.
Hi, I'm Coffee Cat. I'm gonna be playing the Ripper Dog, known as Benji Mac. But I am also a sort of a variety streamer. Regularly, I have tabletop games scheduled on my channel for Vampire the Masquerade and for D&D. On the occasion, I do art, and in that subsection of art, I sometimes do mini paintings. So it's a mixed bag sometimes.
And this is your, you just recently had, or are still kind of celebrating because it was off for a month for hashtag reasons, your anniversary, right? Your fourth year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, 4th year as an affiliate on Twitch. Some people are celebrating 48 months subscribed, hashtag.
Yeah.
48 months subscribed. And so yeah, that's going on my channel. We've been giving away commissions, and people have been adding time to their commissions, so it's also getting me paid. So, hey.
And lastly, certainly not leastly, we have Kitty Bird the Shiny, who you may have seen hanging out in chat every now and again, and if not doing that, is making exemplary entrances into chat, and who's also provided art in the form of our lobby for our workshops, and also an animatic for the last game we ran, which was a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. And if you want to see more about that, and you're not on our Discord, go there. What are you doing? But Kitty Bird, if you'd like to introduce yourself here.
Hi, I'm Kitty Bird. Patty has already said, I'm playing the rocker boy Ramon. I am an artist. I am planning to start streaming at some point soon, but I don't know when, so watch this space.
Good. All right, then. We are going to get into it. And good progress. I have dropped 0 frames so far. I think we're on for tonight.
I think we are.
For those of you at this camera, if I look off to the side, it's because I'm making eye contact with my players through my camera. So nothing against you all, but I got to make sure that I look at them and they can see the delightful smile that I have on my face, that it is working tonight.
Not like
what a
the
smile.
utter
and
disaster of last week.
Yeah, well, you know what though? We made through it. We made do. The characters might be a little bit more unified and polished, and things will be even better here for tonight. So let's go to Night City. Now, you all had an introduction through the opening video that was created that gave you an idea of where our story might be taking place, the general culture, what you can find, which is the exotic, the mind baffling, as well as just people who want to live their lives like anyone else. And so this is where we are going to begin the Heroes in Red story, Part 1, Bright Futures. For as much as this system is, it references a dark future, I think it is important to highlight the bright points. Because while the vastness of space may be cold and deep and infinite, there are still blazing hot, beautiful points of light. And so here I think we have 4 different stars, so to speak. And in fact, we're going to begin with a star in another sense, as we are going to meet Ramon. And so Kitty Bird, as you sort of like sleeve into Ramon here, we're going to visit your apartment, and I want you to take us through an average day for Ramon here. Now, on our map of Night City, where are we finding you? Where is your apartment?
Ramon's apartment is like a little one studio flat thing. I believe we said it was like on the edge between Little Europe and the old city center.
All right.
Not the best of places, but it's home. Her average morning is probably waking up mid-afternoon. Well, not mid-afternoon, but like midday if she's had a show or two. She'd probably get up, check the news, and see what else has gone wrong in Night City.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with those corpos. She'd probably sit down with her guitar for a while and try and compose, get the next song going. And then about mid-afternoon, she probably would like start getting ready for the next show, but she wouldn't not getting full dressed up, but making sure her van is like stocked up and all the equipment's there, because she's probably got a sound check to get to before tonight's show. There's never a show in the same place.
Now we have a picture of Ramon here. Can you flesh her out a little bit more for us? You say that she wakes up in the mid-afternoon, and you go to the bathroom, whatever. You look at yourself in the mirror. What do you, or for us, what do we see?
You probably see. Well, you would actually see. She's done. Oh, words are hard.
It's fine.
No, unusual for this time and age. She actually doesn't have like any integrations of cyberware.
Really now?
Like someone said, yeah. She doesn't. She don't. Ah, oh wow. I'm sorry, everyone. Nerves are getting to me. She doesn't really believe in cyberware and integrations for the sake of, hey, I've got a shiny new hand, or I can see through walls, kind of thing. It's actually what she's railing against. So she has to present herself in the best light possible of non-conformity to the times. She does have tattoos on her shoulder and in various other places, including an anarchy symbol on her. And her hair's probably a tangled mess.
Okay.
It gets everywhere. So she'd probably spend a good time trying to get that sorted. Oh, my brain has gone again.
Well, how about this for a prompt? You're in front of the mirror, and you get to look at yourself, right? You're reflecting. You wake up. You have normal. You have human dreams. You don't dream of electric sheep, as the reference may go. And as you're there, it's your natural body. Now, of course, you have tattoos and you have piercings, but those don't violate your sense of self. through
Yeah.
through these upgrades that this cyberware, the Chrome, as it's known as the street, what a lot of other people have, and maybe even a reflective moment is as you're brushing your hair. You say it's tangled. Of course, you hit a snag and ow, that hurts. But you're feeling it, right? You're feeling feelings. Your hands, your hair. You have knots in around it. You have to get out. You don't have the eternally perfect, even like the hair upgrades. For as much as people replace their arms and hands and eyes, there's just so much mundane. Maybe for Ramon, arguably unnecessary things that people can do to themselves, like get RGB LED hair that is always perfect, whatever color you want. You even want like leopard print hair or something else. Boom, you can have it. But here, is your hair dyed?
Her hair is actually dyed.
Okay, but you did that purposely.
I did that purposely. Also, over time she does let it grow out to demonstrate this is natural.
Okay.
And then the next time she'll go on with another different color hair. because hair dye is a thing.
Now, as you're primping in your bathroom, which is also kind of your kitchen, which is also kind of your living room and kind of your bedroom, all at the same time.
Hey, I know where everything is.
I would like you to I'd like you to make a personal grooming skill check, please, as you are getting ready to go out. It's another day in Night City. Maybe you got to look for a gig or either some supplies. You say you got to check on your van, and as we all know, how you look, how you carry yourself, how you talk is almost just as much a weapon or armor as any kind of a more traditional weapon, an axe, a shotgun, as Kevlar or something. Because oftentimes, how you walk and how you talk can stop things before they even start. Now, as you are taking your time doing this, you're in no rush. You are taking more than 4 times the normal amount of time for a skill check, which means that you're going to get a nice circumstantial +1 here. So go ahead and roll that. We'll add a 1. And we'll see if it's truly a bad hair day or if you are primping proper. And remember, for all of you as players, you have a luck pool associated with your character. You can dump as much, as little into any particular skill or any role you'd like, but you don't get that pool refilled until our next session. So bear that in mind. If you're going to use it, declare it before you roll. And then roll, and then we'll add that on top of whatever you get. Okay, so we have a. Is that a? Was that a critical? Is that how I'm reading this?
I don't know.
12. Oh no, that was a 1. What? I see it showing a 1d10 +0 for some reason. Well, anyway, sorry if I'm misreading that on our Roll20 here.
No, I may have messed up with the character sheet.
It's fine. So we have your stat of 5, or no, your stat of 7, which is cool. You have a cool stat, everyone. Your skill level in personal grooming seems to be 5. So we add those together and we roll a d10. And it looks like a 1 was rolled. Oh, I see. Oh, that's -10. That's not 13 to 10. Oh, no. So, what happened? So we have a very interesting start here, everyone. In Cyberpunk Red, because you roll a d10, as your main die. If you roll a 1, that is a critical failure. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean it's an auto failure, but what that does is it means you roll a d10 again, and then you subtract that amount from you subtract that amount from your total, and then you find out what you have. So in reading this, my brain must have been on advantage disadvantages, where just still kind of in a been using it so long for D&D here. So we have a level 5 personal grooming, a level 7 in cool, so that's 12. Then you rolled a 1. So then we have 13. Then you rolled a 10. So it's 13 minus 10. Kitty Bird, or I'm sorry, Ramon. It is just not your day. You know what? Maybe you don't have any clean laundry. You forgot to take it to the laundromat. That snag in your hair. I mean, it's your hair, and you're like, I love it. It's a part of me, but that's just not coming out here. And you are you're needing to go out, and you're not fresh. You're in last night's clothes while you're out in the club, so you smell like the club, and the club the morning after is not the club while you're there, and arguably the club while you're there is still kind of like, eh. Yeah, gum and hair, kind of like this. Actually, that might even be something similar. Or depending on the company, it could be something else that rhymes with it, but we'll find out a little bit more in what happens. So, Ramon, you are lost in the mirror. You're regarding yourself. Maybe you do admire yourself for your natural features of your piercings and tattoos, the things that you have, you've committed to, or the things that you've chosen to wear, and they'll either just heal if you don't want them, or if you want to add more, you can. Maybe your roots are starting to show, and you're like, you know what though, that's me. But beep 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 beep, your alarm is going off, and you got to leave the apartment, even though you are not springtime fresh, my rocker boy. So we are going to we're going to catch you outside.
Yeah, there's probably a long line of curse words as she's leaving.
Now, where is it that you keep your van?
She keeps her van in a lockup close by.
Okay.
So make sure it's as secure as she can get it that way, because she don't trust anyone around here.
As you are making your way through the stack of apartments where you live, you hear life going on around you. There are some people yelling, some people cooking amazing food with whatever they have. It could be some spices or something. It could be a nice family that that lives at the other end of the hall or something. But life is going on around you. Perhaps even some other questionable noises of intimacy, violence, or a little bit in the middle where they intersect in a Venn diagram, because there are all kinds of people in Night City who live all different kinds of lives. You make your way outside, and while this is showing a night scene, you said that you woke up in the late afternoon, so we'll have to imagine a little bit fresher of a sky here than night. And the noise of the city hits you. Though, is this something that you like? Do you like the hustle and bustle? Or do you not, as a musician, do you actually appreciate more of an organized song and not the chaos of beeps and, fuck you, buddies, and, all the chatter and other noises?
This is all music, dude. Everything is music.
Everything is music.
everything, all signs of life are music, and like as you're saying, the chatter and noise, and in itself, it is the chaos of life, and this is kind of part of her philosophy. She loves the chaos. Well, yeah. So she's probably like walking along, like just taking it all in as she's going to the lockup.
All right. As you have a normal stomach and require normal amounts of intake, you do need to grab something to eat, and so fortunately, not too far away is a food truck. Whoops. And what kind of food does Ramon like? What are we smelling? What are we approaching right now?
If it's a food truck, it's probably some kind of Chinese fusion.
Oh. Okay.
She likes a little bit of spice, but a good bit of flavor as well.
All right, you're waiting in line, and your salivary glands are functioning well within the parameters of human biological physiology here. And while you're next, bird's nest now, is it? A hand on your shoulder from behind, who clearly can see that your hair is not its best, and a hand that is as cold and almost metallic. In fact, I can redo this. I can redo this even just a bit here.
Bird's nest now, is it? What are you doing here?
I'm sorry, that's awesome. Like, Ramon, like, she tries to kind of not flinch or anything, and just slowly turns. It's like, I'm trying out a new style, so what?
I didn't know shit was in season.
Well, you're here, aren't you? It must.
Yeah. Well, I'm here. In fact, I was looking for you.
What do you want?
Oh, well, I figured I'd come by and do a little bit of reaching out. Especially finding you in such a state. I figured I'd let you know that there might be some new chrome that you're interested in. But it's not the type that's so overt. It might be your style. You know, we were once friends, Ramon. And I know that you really let yourself go. And nature certainly has claimed you. But being the good friend that I am, and always wanting to look sharp, I figured I'd pass on this opportunity. Now, if you're free, I could introduce you to some people who are willing to help you out. There's probably a good amount of money in it, so you don't need that shitty hokey van that you're driving in anymore. All you have to do is flex a little bit of our tech.
I don't know if I can do this on Twitch, but so I'm gonna. But Ramon doesn't say anything. She just raises her hand and raises a certain finger.
to seethe, are you?
It's what I do best. But doesn't have to be a scene here.
The noodle maker from the food truck gives the classic Jackie Chan, "I don't want no trouble," and very discreetly closes the the shutter for the truck. And you notice that the other people who were hungry suddenly, their appetites have fled with them. And it's just you and Sharp, Ramon.
Oh boy.
And Sharp steps up real close. I think you owe me an apology. Oh, hang on.
I think you owe me an apology. And as Sharp... Well, I gotta keep switching back and forth.
Ooh, this is fun. As Sharp leans in close, you can see that even like the mouth glows in modulation to the tone, very overtly broadcasting emotion and intent. And this was something that you hadn't seen before. Like, this is it reminds you, especially as more of a, a very natural woman, of blushing when you're embarrassed or shy, or even, tears leaking from your eyes when you cry from laughter or sadness. Now, this is obviously an artificial effect, but the way that this kind of red glow happened was certainly in a natural tune with the attitude that you're receiving.
Okay. Ramon, doesn't, back, or just... kitty.
There are a couple stray cats around, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, distraction. No, but she looks up. It's like, I'm sorry if your feelings are hurt. I didn't think you had any under that shell anymore.
I don't even know why I tried. What a bitch.
And
I liked you better, but
oh, go ahead.
she went, I liked you better before. At least you had a heart.
As the words trade and the everything intensifies, we are going to have our very first fight, of a sense, of the story. Now, for those of you who may not know, not everything in Cyberpunk, in Night City specifically, has to go to fisticuffs, knives, or guns. And what you're seeing here is a standoff of personality. And we are going to have what is known as a face down. These two are in each other's faces. And in fact, if the stray cats around here hoping for a spare noodle or two to be dropped are any indication, this is going to be a bit of a cat fight. In fact, kind of like with like Coffee Cat, there's probably like someone who's at the snack bar and is like kind of hiding, but also like eating, but watching this happen at the same time too. Like, just can't. Yeah, exactly, just like that. A couple, because this is spectacle. Unfortunately, as far as fights go, there's usually a lot less blood involved in a face down than there is with other traditional street fights. And so what we're going to do for you now, Ramon, we are on your turf. You have made a name of yourself. In fact, you've started to even get gigs at the big known clubs in areas that aren't shitholes. Woohoo! Like, you can actually play in decent places where you don't have to wear body armor or carry weapons. Maybe not so much in this neighborhood, because, you know, you're kind of on the edge of a war zone, but all the same, you do have a nice reputation here on your turf. However, you do kind of look shitty today. So, with a couple pluses and minuses here, I would like you to roll a cool plus the usual 1d10 plus 2. Now,
Okay.
Sharp is not afraid of you. And, but also is not, has a little bit of a reputation, but since Sharp moved, it's not quite the same as yours. So I'm only going to roll at a +1 overall.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm looking on the sheet and I can't see where to.
You may not
roll
be able
cool.
to press cool, so it might just have to be just a D10 roll.
Okay.
Either that, or you have to almost craft it like a weapon, like a custom weapon, because it kind of is.
Oh, this is not going well for me already. So that was the 1d10. And my call is 7. It's 7. It's 7, so that's 17.
Okay,
Then plus 1. Did you say plus 1?
2.
2. Oh, so that's 19 then.
Well, you rolled a 1.
Yeah.
So I need you to roll a D10 again. So that would be 1 plus 7 is 8, plus 2 is 10. Minus 5. So you had a bad day. And Ramon, it is just not your day here. Sharp is on your territory, caught you off guard. You're not looking your best. All you wanted to do is just go to your van and take care of business. And then you're getting approached by this former friend of yours, now a booster ganger. And I want you to describe how you are slinking out of this with your metaphorical, because you don't have a tail attachment due to your due to your self-expression. But let's say you did. How would you slink out of there with your tail between your legs?
She would try. Ramon would at least try and play it off as I'm in control of the situation, and like just not get annoyed and like turn and just. She'd probably like look at it like before she leaves. Probably like, take care of yourself and like just most. A cross between scuttling and striding. Like, I've got places to be, yes.
Okay. So you're trying to play it off, and as you try and get around, Sharp is now smirking. The color inside her mouth changes as her mood changes as well. Just again, just as smooth and natural as a blush, or even just the lips pulling back over the teeth from a smile. And Sharp steps away, extends a hand in sort of an after you motion. And as you slink off, you hear behind you a open the damn shutter. I'm hungry. As you make your way to your van. Ramon, as you're walking to your van, what's your ringtone?
It is probably something by Johnny Silverhand.
Oh, all right. A Silverhand fan. Classic. Okay. We're into some classic stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
while your day didn't start off the best, you are asked if you are able to make it to Night City University, because there's a newer club that's been around, and they are hosting an event, and one of their bands had dropped out. It was rather unannounced, and you are an up-and-comer, and especially with your more radical views, I know this is weird, a college campus with people who enjoy radical views. It's, but the owner here, or at least the manager, calls you and tells you that if you can make it tonight, we have a spot for you and we'd like you to play.
Ramon will quickly, check him, we'll, try and think, do I have anything tonight? And it's like, yeah, I'll be there. Sure.
Great. All right. I'll make sure to get you the, I'll make sure to get you a pass. You have a vehicle yourself, yes?
Oh, yes, I have a vehicle. Don't worry about that, hon.
And at least 3 of the 4 tires work at any given point. All right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. You'll see it coming. Don't worry.
In short, you get your vehicle information over to this person who called you, and they're going to get you a pass. The campus of Night City University is a bit of a throwback to older days, almost like a cloistered monastery, which, I mean, can convey a part of the, especially the older parts of campus, nice, brick and stone architecture, but also, with it being where it's located, actually having the campus as a walled facility keeps a lot of the ne'er-do-wells out, such as booster gangers and others who would bring a lot of harm to the students who just want to go there, study, and try and make something of themselves. So the side business, you'll get your credentials over and you'll be given a pass that you can drive your hoopty through the security gate. And, though you are reminded that there is campus security, if getting here is one thing, so they don't mind if you keep, if you have a sidearm or, you have some armor to get there. But when you are on campus, like outside of your vehicle, there's no weapons allowed. So, but if you need anything, you can always hail campus security, since they actually keep this place secure because it's walled off from the rest of the city and it's pretty nicely patrolled. All right, so now we are going to go over to Rock. Rock, when do you wake up in the day?
I don't really sleep a lot.
Oh, all right.
I spend most of my time out of my apartment out at night. I might sleep for 4 hours during the day, late morning to early afternoon, but I spend a lot of time kind of out on the streets, finding side hustles, extra ways to make money, executive protection, private security gigs, things like that. So I don't spend a whole lot of time at the house.
Is your main job looking for people who need armed security, or do you do something else as your primary source?
Just pretty much, I was a beat cop for a long time, and then was part of a special operations team. Then kind of got more out of like the mainstream law enforcement. I work part-time in law enforcement now, but most of my money I make just doing side hustles. Like I said, whether it be just providing executive protection or private security gigs, escorts, just pretty much anything I can find on the streets. Still live in a pretty rough part of town. I can afford to live in a better place, but I just am kind of used to my surroundings. And in the area that I live, which in the map I think it was South Night City, kind of right below the university area, it's just a lot easier to find these side hustles and people that need protection or whatnot.
All right. So you're out on a private patrol. It's not necessarily a job, but hey, it may not be the best part of town where you live, but you don't want a lot of trouble around where you're at. You know, there's other people who live by you and the apartments in the complex. And in fact, we can take you over there.
And I know a lot of people in the area, like connections. People know me, kind of a community policing type thing. They know who I am.
What does your ringtone sound like, actually?
The ringtone for my phone?
Yeah.
Pig zoinking.
Okay. So as you're walking by, making sure everything is fine, you know, obviously, out on the streets, you have a reputation here as well in your own neighborhood. And so there's a couple kids, you know, to be mischievous, and they were probably up to something, nothing too major, but they see you come in and they stop what they're doing and get out of there, as they realize that you're more of a no nonsense person. And they are definitely up to nonsense and or mischief. And so pretty much anywhere you go, there's almost just this bubble of security. There's a lot of people who, as you walk past, sometimes you hear doors like lock, but sometimes other people will come by and there's this delightful abuela. Every time you walk past her apartment, there's wonderful food. Like she's always making food. It smells delicious, and she's always willing to give you something as a thank you for just trying to keep as much of the craziness out as possible. Now, while you're out, your oink oinks are starting to go off here, and you receive a call.
Armsworth, Rock.
Yes.
There is an opportunity for security. Your name has been chosen to fill this opportunity. Do you accept a proposal?
What are the details?
Details. Proposal. Forthcoming. One moment. University security. Tonight. Concert. You are authorized, if you accept the job, to wear armor and to bring a sidearm for security purposes. Nature of concert might bring controversy on campus.
I'll accept.
A current ballistics test is necessary before final approval can be given to ensure that should violence break out, there will be as few as possible harmed. Please report to training facility in order to show you still have the stuff.
Received. Rock out.
Now, the automated message sounds a little, maybe a little less, not authoritative, but not necessarily completely generated from some sort of an official, like an AI bank, or maybe what you're used to for a regular report. It could very well be one of the guys down at the facility just typing in something to shit around with you. So, but all the same, it was them trying to have some fun and offer you a security gig at the university. But you do need to show that you are capable of handling yourself, especially because this is a government facility, and while you were a government agent, you aren't at least a full-time one anymore. So for various liability reasons, you got to make sure that you still have the stuff. Which, in using that phrasing, you think that you know who was writing through their program here to call you. But as you've accepted, and this would be a pretty decently paying job, you think you might know, okay, well, it's probably a bunch of young kids. Whatever, concerts might get people rowdy. I don't know. You this is your mind and your character, so you can externalize that if you want. But you do need to make your way down to the indoor range to at least go through a basic recertification. And in all honesty, from the way that this was phrased, probably to bullshit with a couple of the guys. So, what is the vehicle that you are taking to the range?
It's just an old beat up motorcycle.
Okay. So we have you getting on a motorcycle. It's like it purposely looks beat up, like it is actually old and beat.
Yeah, it's probably 30, 40 years old.
Oh, all right.
Leaks oil. Kinda nothing fancy.
All right, so you know the way. You've been down these roads before. After leaving your territory, of course, you are you're getting back out. And oh, you know what? Something I forgot to ask you is, do you know whereabouts? Where do you live in Night City? If we're taking a look at the map here, I mean, it could be the same neighborhood as Ramon. It could be completely different. You might live out in Haywood in the suburbs, or you might live in some other place. Where do we find you?
No, like I said, I still live South Night City. I could afford to live in a better part of town, but I'm just kind of used to my surroundings, and I know the people and connections, so I've always just stayed in that area. Not a great part of town, but it's just what I'm comfortable with.
Okay. All right, so yeah, it is a combat zone, of course. In there, no one will blink as you walk around normally in body armor, or you have a weapon just visible, and let alone the fact that anyone at any point in time, which I don't know how that might have played into into your career choice, but even before a lot of these modifications, that sort of thing could always be a concern, but ever more so, as cute as dogs even could be, you don't know if there's some sort of even a weapon in those that booster gangs might modify their dogs, or you've even run into it or something. But man, when anyone can be anything, it certainly can be wild. So you're in South Night City.
He contains a linked melee weapon that will get you very wet when he snuffles you with it.
Actually, this is something to bring up too, Rock. You have a pet dog, yes? Or no?
Yes.
Yes, okay. And at this moment, are you out with your dog? Is your dog gonna hop on the motorcycle and go with you? You know that your dog would be accepted over at the training grounds if you wanted to, or do you want to leave him at home?
No, I'm gonna leave him at home.
Sure. Okay. So, you're rolling through, and as you do, there is just a traffic just every day. You think that people, that people would be able to drive better, but there's a couple road races that are going on, and fortunately, though, you've been on these streets. You've made it there before. You show up to the shooting range, and of course, there's a couple of the people that you know. And just as it was revealed, they weren't very good at sounding too robot-y, but they're playing around with you to get you to come down here and to catch up with you a little bit, to find out what you've been doing. As you are, it might have been a while since you were here. But there's some men and women here who are like, oh, hey, Rock, how's it going? And, I heard that you just, I want you to tell me, what was the last bust that you did? I thought I heard something about it, but I want to hear from you, because I can't believe, I can't believe these fuckheads in the locker room. What was the last thing that you did, Rock?
It's been a while, honestly. I know I haven't seen you guys in a while, but I'm only doing a part-time gig anymore. I kind of just do my own thing on the side. It's more lucrative. Got a little more wiggle room when you work in private security. Honestly, there's been so many. It's been a while since I've had a big bust, but there's been so many that just kind of blur together. But
yeah.
Out of the mainstream. I kind of out of the mainstream law enforcement. I make more money just doing this stuff on the side.
Have you, I don't suppose have you seen or heard anything that's a little bit out of the norm? Just with what we're doing. I wanted to call you down here just because it's good to compare some notes, but we've been seeing a little bit different tech on some of the boosters. And is that anything out your way, or just... It's chrome, but it's a lot more natural.
Yeah, I've noticed some oddities where I'm at. I mean, part of town I live in, oddity is pretty common, but I have noticed.
It's not everything has been extremely not even lethal per se, but just the way that some people react. It's clear that there's some modifications to them, but I don't know if it's cosmetic. Then I don't know where they're getting the money for it or what the purpose is. But yeah, it's kind of weird. But you know what? People are going to do what people are going to do. Anyway, well, if you're here, we actually do need you to fire off a couple rounds if you're gonna take this up. But hey, you've been out among a lot of people, and frankly, we're needed where we're at more. And this was a good chance to call you in and especially give you some work. It's not that you've done us wrong or anything, and we kind of miss you. But tell you what, step over here. What's your weapon of choice nowadays?
Heavy pistol.
Oh, okay.
I do have a assault rifle too, but I prefer the heavy pistol.
Well, step up. Usual target practice. We got to make sure that we got to make sure that you are able to perform your duties. You know the paperwork. You know the drill. So anyway, go ahead, step up, and you can take your time with these. You're gonna fire off 5 shots, and every shot's gonna get further away here. So whenever you're ready.
Okay, so just to make sure, when I go into my character sheet, do I just click the attack for ranged heavy pistol, and it'll automatically do all the modifiers and stuff that
it should
do?
And if not, then we can
so there isn't like a roll to hit and then a roll. It's just to hit the attack, just a straight attack.
Yeah, for the most part, unless you're shooting at a very nimble target, a person or just an entity with a reflex of 8 or higher who can choose to evade out of the way, to hit someone or something, it depends on your weapon and your distance to the target. So when you hit attack, in the box over to the side, it should give you the difficulty value to hit a target, X amount of yards away per distance. So your target's going to start out a lot closer. So here, there we go. We have your range in yards. So to hit something from 0 to 6 yards away from you, you just need a 13. In this case, now, so while Ramon may not have had the strongest of starts to her day, Rock, I don't know, like you got it. You're showing off to the boys here
on the target,
and it lands. Just boom, you got a critical hit there. So that's even you can get there's a circumstantial +1 because you have the ability to aim here and fire off. So because you can take 4 times or more longer to do something, that is an extra circumstantial bonus. But yeah, you hit a 26 right exactly where you wanted to plant it on the target, and everyone is just sort of like mouth almost open. Just there's there it is. You landed it. Now it's going to move out. Another range increment. So go ahead and fire off your second shot, and you're looking for a 15 this time. Okay. That is absolutely going to hit. Wow. In fact, it almost looks like there's not even a second hole. Everyone thinks that you missed. And you're like, no, just check it. And they actually have the target race back up to the front. And they can see that there's actually an extra little circle. So you almost put the same bullet through the same hole. Or a different bullet through the same hole. And Stygian Pilot, thank you for the raid during our target practice. Beat those war drums as we are having some mock combat before, well, I don't know. We'll see what happens, if anything. This is a simple college concert. They send the target out a little bit further this time. Go ahead and roll it. Oh yeah. You hit this one. This is a nice solid at 13 to 25 yards out. You needed a 20. You hit a 20. They send it out a little bit further now. This is getting a little bit more difficult, but you can still aim a bit and take your shot. This is now, we're gonna say they're gonna put it 40 yards out. You need a 25 for this one. All right, that one's a little bit too wide. And everyone goes, yeah, you know what? It's about here anyway. Don't worry, you got through the 3 major steps that count more anyway. But just to see, they're gonna put it. They're gonna put it 100 yards back. And Rock, let's see if you got what it takes. Can you hit a 30 with your handgun 100 yards out? All right. Well, the same thing kind of happens. It hits the same dent in the wall that the first miss did. We got another 19 on this one. So your friend here at the range tells you it's fine. You nailed the ones that actually are going to be a lot more relevant for where you're going to be. I guess it was just, a little bit of showing off. You can flex a little bit.
We all know anything over 25 yards, we're going to use a rifle anyway. Why take a chance?
Well, it's okay. You're not paying for the bullets anyway. We got to cycle them. Right. We got to keep the budget up so we don't lose it. So 2 extra shots on us, and it could have been a little extra flex if you got it. But yep. All right. Well, let me just sign this. All right. Well, I'll call it in. You're going to be. Are you still driving that motorcycle?
Oh, yeah.
Ah, I don't know how that thing's running. Well, anyway.
It's barely running, but it still runs.
At least the gate guards won't miss it. You know the university. Pretty heavy security. You should be able to get along pretty well. I'll make sure that they know you, and that you'll be able to get your motorcycle through, no problems. So just we'll send you the details. Show up here at this time, and hopefully, hey, it's a free night's pay for you. And if you ever want to come back, we really could use you. But anyway, hey, you probably got other stuff to do, so get out of here. It was good seeing you again, Rock.
Peace, get your own.
Meanwhile, across the city, as this happens, how do we have was it Zeke? Yes? Or I'm sorry, that's if I know you. Ezekiel.
Ezekiel, please.
All right.
Till we get to know each other.
Of course.
My
What's
friends
your-
call me Ezekiel.
I hope I will become your friend in short order. But Ezekiel, for now, how does the day find you? What's your day or night like?
Well, it finds me very well, thank you. So my day starts pretty early. Get up around 7. Clock in at work. So-called work. Gotta put in an appearance. Keeps everybody happy. I got a boss at work. Never see him. But as long as I clock in, he lets me alone. See, me and my family, we raised honest-to-God cattle a long time ago, before the war. And we got bought out by Biotechnica before all hell broke loose.
Yep.
My dad wanted to set up a retirement plan. Didn't think I could keep his business running. So we sold it out, moved to Apple Valley in Haywood. You believe people pay good money for honest-to-God milk? That's what we used to make. The same damn shit they make with the bacteria. But, you gotta pay extra for the stuff come from a goddamn real cow.
Yeah.
That's how we made our money. But, anyway, they keep me... Whole family got jobs with Biotechnica, supposed jobs. But, I make most of my money smuggling bits and bobs out, sell them in the night markets. And, companies got plausible deniability. Everybody gets a cut. My boss gets a cut. He never asks me what I'm doing, and I never tell him. Night markets, they sell it. I get a cut of what they sell. He gets a cut of what I sell. I skim a little off the top. It's enough.
Cooperation, isn't it nice? So many
Yes.
people just fighting each other out in the streets
Everybody working together without even knowing it.
What's it sounds like new tech, but this invisible hand is actually a pretty old form of tech. So what's today's project then? You say you go to work early. What is your
That's right.
your wink wink work?
My wink work. Wink. You gave me a tongue twister. That ain't fair. My wink work. I keep an eye on what's up in the research labs and what's if there's any overproduction, so to speak, on the factory floor. Today I got a brand new bag of shit. I'm gonna smuggle it out to who knows where. I don't know what it does. I don't understand any of this. But I know who wants to buy what. I don't know how it works. I don't know any of that. But I can buy and sell it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Go to some concert I heard about. There's a friend of mine who I've worked with before. He buys things off of me, and I think he's gonna like this. I think it's gonna maybe even save some lives for a change. I'll feel good about that. I don't like when people get killed on my account. get better when they live.
Well,
So,
it's...
I
Oh,
live
go ahead.
Right about there.
Right about... Okay.
Maybe I don't need a pink ping so much anymore.
That was my old life. I hit a growing phase. All right, so we're out into the suburbs.
Yes.
Okay, and well, I mean that. So your day is your day. The concert's not going to happen until we get to the university district, much later at night. But are you driving a vehicle, or are you walking? Are you taking a bus? Are you taking a boat? How are you doing this?
No, boats and I don't get along so well. I tend to wind up in the water whenever I get on one. I don't know how it's you know, my dad was into fishing and I never took to it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I won't. I probably wouldn't want to be fishing around here anyway. A fish got 3 eyes. I don't know. I got myself a motorcycle. Closest thing you can get to horse around here.
Yeah.
I'll be riding it. They're easy to park, easy to steal. Hopefully that won't happen again. But yeah, I'll be riding in. I won't call it style. You're riding in semi-style.
And Ezekiel, what is your ringtone like?
Oh, mine?
Yep.
You know, it just plays a damn ringing sound.
Oh, classic. It's very traditional. I think we're living in an age where it could just be ringtone in parentheses traditional, like it's an old like tribal music or something, you know, like or like an old hymn or something. So
no copyright on the traditional ring.
Yeah.
Don't have to pay any license fees for that one. It just goes beep beep beep. That's all there is to it.
Then so it goes off and
Zeke,
Hello.
your credentials have been given to the university for tonight's transaction. You should have little trouble getting in. However, please note that. Please note that.
And I would like you. I'd like you to. There's a little bit of a glitch in the usual the contact voice for one of your trade partners, we'll say, who's calling you here. There was a little bit of a bloop going on, and how would you tell me how you would like to try and figure out what just happened? Is there a particular technical skill or reading into human behavior?
There ain't no technical skill here.
I'm just a simple country boy.
Well, as far as a skill goes, I would probably want to go with human perception.
Sure.
I can maybe figure out if he was under some kind of a threat, or if it was just maybe he was distracted.
Yeah.
Or if he had to put the phone down and that's why I couldn't hear him. So I got all kinds of gizmos to help me with that. I got 5 skill. We're gonna have to do this manually because my sheet, like I said, it ain't worth tobacco spit.
Yeah. Guldern.
So I got plus 5 human perception. Plus I got what's the stat for that? That's int, right?
I believe that is int.
All right. So I got 7 int.
I believe it's
And I got and then I got plus 4 from 2 different kinds of augmentations that are good at this. I got plus 2 for amplified hearing, and then I also got a voice analyzer, which
Hey,
also apply here.
there you go.
Yeah, +2 human perception. So that's 7 + 5 + 4 + D10.
All right. Now, there's a little bit of a circumstantial. Oh,
I fail.
uh-oh. Well, maybe not. We'll see here. Although, man, this is feast or famine tonight on. But you know what though? That just represents the mean streets of Night City. It's feast or famine out there. We're playing this very well.
Tonight I'm the feast.
All right. So yep.
No, I'm not alone.
So yep, that was a 17 -4 from the critical failure. So a 13. However, there's a bit of a circumstantial bonus because you do know. You may not know who this is, aside from this is one of your trusted business partners. But you know what? He called you Zeke. You've talked to this voice before. So you don't know who it is, but you know what it is. And so we can add on an extra +1 in this regard. So it's a 14, which is still pretty respectable here. Although, let me... Okay. So it's it sounded like just some sort of a hiccup in the whatever in the program that this person uses, because while the voice did switch up from the normal one you're used to, it is it sort of got a little higher or a little bit different for a second, but the same words were still being said all the way through. So I don't know, maybe you gotta charge your battery, or just the signal dropped out for some reason. But yeah, it was just kind of a little bloop, or whatever non-technical term you'd wish to call it. Let's get back to...
Your credentials have been sent to the university. You will be able to make it inside the compound. Do you have questions?
I don't think so. Shaking my phone. Got a phone handy here. Shaking my phone. Got the props going again already.
Very well. We look forward to your successful business transaction.
Well, most of them are. Some of them ain't.
When it is complete, make sure you call the usual line. Out.
And the phone signal cuts off. So it sounds like business as usual. In fact, you even know the person that you're going to end up meeting. So if you want, you can even you can give him a call. However, not just yet, because there's something that might be distracting him, and to find out what that is.
He ain't been introduced yet, so we got to do that first.
Oh, all right. Well, then I think we're gonna find a way to introduce you here right quick. Let's go to Benji. Benji, lastly, certainly not leastly, you are waking up in your apartment here. No offense, Benji, but it doesn't look like you're living in a penthouse right now, despite you practicing medicine.
Yeah, my clinic's much cleaner than this.
But well, maybe it was a bit of a rough night. But take us through. When are you waking up? What does your place look like? What is your day? What is a normal day in Benji's life going to look like here?
Well, I wake up more or less around the same time each day. Somewhere in the morning, late morning. Tend to go to sleep pretty late. But first thing I do is kind of make sure the servos are working. Kind of rotate fingers and kind of give my wrist a twist as my mechanical bits are starting to come to life. The kind of make sure that that's all in working order. Good, everything's fine. Grab myself a breakfast bar because organic shit is hard to come by. So, energy bars and coffee basically is my breakfast of choice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes I wish I had organic milk. Other times, shit is gross. And you can't be sure which is which.
Well,
So-
Benji, if you need organic milk, I might know a guy.
Well, like I said, hit or miss.
Yeah.
So, best thing to do is just to go with whatever is at the damn convenience store. And they've got the synthetic shit. And, well, pour a bunch of that into my day-old coffee, and I think we're set. And, well, after an energy bar and coffee, get myself to my clinic, somebody's going to want an implant of some kind or another, and
Yep.
oh boy, we got some weird stuff on the market these days.
What have you been seeing?
Well, lately, you know, the big hotness is Kuroshi optics.
Oh. And what do those do?
They just slot into your eyes and give you this augmented reality sort of display in your vision for everything, from holophones to diagnostics to connecting to your damn motorcycle. This is like the dream.
Is this a personal goal of yours?
I might want to get me a set one day. Way too many Eddies, though.
Yeah.
Way too many Eddies for my budget. So, do what I can with the real deal that are in my head right now. But upon seeing clients after clients, repairing and or replacing this or that with this or that, it's an interesting job. It's an interesting job being a Ripper Dog.
And you know, it's a bit
Not
interesting.
a dull moment.
Oh, I'm sorry, what was that?
No, not a dull moment.
The fact that you live in say an apartment complex, you know, it used to mean something a little bit different perhaps before the wars and all the I guess the condensing of humanity into places like Night City. You have an ironically named built-in clientele, because there's so much that you can do, so many people you can serve in your stacks that you almost don't have to.
Building 4.
What's that?
The Haywood Mega Building 4.
You're also out in
That's my
Haywood.
stack. Yes.
Yeah, you know, the suburbs used to be rather paradisical, and anymore, like with you in Building 4, you get a grand view of the city. I don't know, I don't know if that's a beautiful vista or not to you. Maybe it is, but
It's a skyline.
yeah, it's shapes and blinking lights that go on and off, and things that move here.
I miss seeing the actual horizon.
The suburbs used to be something a little bit different here, but, well, it's your home.
For now.
And as you're serving, you do have a couple clients lined up here. This is your job here, and everything seems to be pretty routine. Fortunately, you don't need any dice rolls for this, which is probably good, because given the way that things are going, you're going to have someone super happy or super dead. So I, as the game master, am not going to have you roll any dice for this. We'll say some routine procedures. Though I am going to ask you, what does your ringtone sound like, Benji?
Some weird dubstep thing.
Ooh.
I like when the bass hits and the drop. Just love that. Sometimes when I get a call I don't want, I listen to the whole thing. Kind of makes me excited.
That's that's a very good silver lining to to rejecting spam calls. I actually like that a lot.
Exactly.
Oh gosh. Well, you as you're going about your appointments, you do hear your dubstep play. Now, fortunately, because you don't want to risk your current client, it can wait because hey, it's a good tune anyway, and even your client's nodding along with it, and it's not a malfunction in their neck servos, because that's not your business. Yep. Maybe they're there for that, but it's not because of your fault. But anyway, you go to check, and it's a missed call from a contact of yours, who is a supplier of different parts here, and is someone that you don't really have a personal connection to, but is a known entity. Just you don't necessarily know the person. But this person has pulled through and has been able to get you. It has been able to get you parts and other things that you have just established a confidential business relationship with.
Henry, are you there?
I didn't hear what you said.
Benji, are you there?
Nope. That voice is not going to do it. It doesn't pick up, so it doesn't. I don't hear it at all.
Yeah, that one's needed some adjusting. Hold on. Let me try and find something else that might work then. Let's go to...
Benji, are you there?
Nothing.
Wow. The voice isn't changing?
I don't hear you at all now.
Wow, nothing's even been heard. All right, can you hear me through here?
Yeah.
Audience, did you hear my voice change? You hear it on stream, but you didn't hear it through Discord. Weird.
Discord might have your noise gate a little too high.
Oh, I did have to play with that for voice mod to work.
Mm-hmm.
So I might need to speak a little bit more quietly. Okay, let me try that real quick.
Benji, are you there?
Well, gold darn it, as certain quaint folk would say. It's okay, I have the mature filter on, so we can cuss in 18th century minor. All right, well, what's one I've used before that'll work then? I guess let's try.
Does this one work? Hello?
Hello.
Anything? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, this one works?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll use this voice. I'm gonna get into character now. Benji? Can you hear me? Is there interference?
Now we're good.
I have something for you. well, a lead.
Frame,
There's some-
what is it?
There's some new tech that's going to be made available to you. I have a fixer who will be able to act as a vendor.
Alright. Who is he?
Zeke, do you have a working name, or is Zeke your working name? For your night market stuff, do you have like an alias that you want me to drop?
Probably ought to.
Zeke the Black Sheep?
Nah, it ain't gonna be sheep thing. That's accurate.
Nah, that's too obvious.
Plus, we raised cows, not sheep.
Yeah, well.
Probably they call me local yokel.
Local yokel? All right.
Your contact is local yokel. I have made an arrangement for you to be able to get the equipment from him. You're going to be going to the university to do so, in the guise of a concert. You're welcome to enjoy it while you're there. This is a freebie because I'm interested in learning how this works. It's a bit newer. So it's a freebie to you, with the exception of you need to report back to me what happens with it as you study it, or even install it. On yourself or someone else, it doesn't matter.
At the university?
Yes.
Place is locked down like the court buildings.
It is, unless you have a pass. This is important enough that I have made an arrangement for you to be able to go in. Your ticket has even been covered for admission to the club. Go make contact with local yokel. Acquire the gear and let me know your thoughts on it. I trust you, Benji.
Alright.
You didn't have anything else to do tonight, did you?
Well, no, but, you know, I don't exactly make a habit of strolling into corpo universities.
Then try not to think of it as such. It's just a club and some music after all. You don't have to study and you don't owe it to listen. If anything, this could be something big and you would be on the edge.
How much we talking?
After a report of a successful install, I'll give you 3,000. Mind you, I'm paying for the other things too, Benji.
Yeah, I can get it. Yeah, I can get it. Twist in my arm.
You'll just replace it if it breaks.
Alright. Alright. Well, you and I have been chums for a little while now, so...
I hope to continue that relationship with you, Benji. Have fun tonight.
Hope to see you or not see you, I guess.
I guess we'll see.
And the line cuts out from your contact here. Do you have a name for her at all? I mean, she's not offered you one, but I don't know if you have her saved as something in particular.
Glitch.
Bitch?
Glitch. Glitch.
Oh, Glitch. All right. I'm like, well, I mean, okay, she's been nice, but if that's what you want to call her, it's not like she knows that you're that in the contact list. So, all right, Glitch.
That person in my contact list, bitch, is my ex.
All right. Yep, that's fair.
God. Do not want to run into her.
Which, by the way, for all of you out there, I do want to point out a very fun part of this game, at least through Roll20 here. If we take a peek at the character sheet, there's stuff like, let me go here to, oh, where'd it go? Benji, I have your sheet up and it's not showing me the, oh, you know what? It's because you've actually filled it in. So there's stuff like, do you have any critical injuries? Oh yeah, so here's, yeah, you don't have any addictions yet. Click edit to get started. You don't have any critical injuries yet. Click edit to get started. Well, don't mind if I do. So, you know, I am sure this is purposeful because with how the system is written and run, there's a lot of fun humor like this. So anyway, let's see if things are going to get started. Each of our four have been given a reason to ultimately this night go from their homes and arrive in the university district. They have their own methods of transportation. They have their own reasons for going. And what we're going to do is get up and take about a 10-minute break or so. Let's stretch our legs, get a snack or a drink. And then we are going to find them, pardon me, we're going to find them pulled together here as we arrive at the university. And we are going to go live on scene where Ramon of Shattered Data is going to be setting up for her concert. And we're going to see how the concert goes and clearly how the night is going to resolve peacefully and everyone's going to get a good night's sleep afterwards. So we'll see you in about 10 minutes.
Great.
I didn't make a Cyberpunk break screen, but for old time's sake, I still have the old break screen. So enjoy that while we are up and taking a 10-minute break, everyone. We'll be back in just a little bit.